Hello everyone, it's K1W from the Facebook famous page, Basketball is My Life, with now 700 plus likes and counting. I'm here today to talk about who is the sixth man of the year in the NBA. Before we talk about the two players I've narrowed it down to, I first want to tell you the players that I did decide from. I decided from Jared Jack, J.R. Smith, Jamal Crawford, Andre Miller, and Kevin Martin. Those were the top 5 players that came off the bench and contributed the most to their team. But today we're here to talk about the two candidates that are neck and neck for the sixth man of the year, J.R. Smith and Jamal Crawford. J.R. Smith currently plays for the New York Knicks at the guard position. He averages 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, almost a half a block, shoots 42% from the field, 76% from the free throw line, and 35% from 3. What makes J.R. Smith an asset is that when he comes off the bench, he can give you offense on a consistent basis. J.R. Smith has a nice jump shot, and usually it's going in when he's not putting up bad shots. What makes him a liability, as I just stated, is that he does have the tendency to put up bad shots, of most being three-pointers, which is why he shoots at a pretty low percentage. For his career, he shoots at about 36%, so likely he's not going to make a lot of his threes. J.R. Smith is a streaky shooter, so you have to be careful. If he's not making a lot of shots during practice, chances are he's probably not going to be making a lot of shots during the games. He's a streaky shooter. When he gets hot, it's hard for him to miss. And if you want offense, pass him the ball. He's probably not going to give it back, and he'll give you some points. After watching those highlights, I can see that J.R. Smith's improvement has now more on the basket and not on the jump shot. In those highlights, he did take a lot of jump shots, but they were good, patient jump shots. They weren't burped up shots at the end of the shot clock, as J.R. Smith's known for. He's known as to be a time bomb player who could give you good or give you bad. But with Mike Woodson's coaching ability, you can see that J.R. Smith is giving you mostly good and only a little bad. You can see that when Melo's in the post against someone smaller, he's feeding Melo in the post. And specifically, I noticed against the Celtics, he definitely takes it in the basket way more often than he takes jump shots. And that's what you want to see from a secondary player like J.R. Smith. Next up, we've got the veteran Jamal Crawford. He plays for the LA Clippers at the guard position, averaging 16.5 points, 1.7 rebounds, 2.5 assists, a steal, 0.2 of a block, and shoots 43% from the field, 87% from the free throw line, and 37% from the three-point line. What Jamal Crawford can bring to your team that J.R. Smith cannot is the ability to play the point guard position and make plays. When you give the ball to J.R. Smith, 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to get it back. He's probably going to put up a shot. Not saying that it'd be good or bad, but just saying he'd probably put up a shot. Jamal Crawford, on the other hand, unless he's on a hot streak, he's probably going to set someone else up for a good play, or pass the ball back and move without the ball, or hit a nice, patient jump shot. Because of Jamal Crawford's veteran experience, he knows how to play the game of basketball, and that's why he's able to score at such a high rate at the age he is now. Now, Jamal Crawford's not old. He's not young either. He does have some numbers on him. But Jamal Crawford's been able to play at a very high level still. During these highlights, you can see that Jamal Crawford's most lethal weapon was the jump shot. You can see that Jamal Crawford had J.R. Smith jumping everywhere for his pass fakes and jump shot fakes because his jump shot is so lethal. The Clippers made great sets for him to get him going, and then once they passed him the ball for offense, he was able to hit tough contested shots, such as the last three that you see when he hits it from a deep three-point range. Later on in the highlights, which you can see in the annotations, he also drops to the basket a few times to show J.R. Smith that he still has the slashing ability. Jamal Crawford's number one weapon is the crossover. His nickname is J Crossover for a reason. His second most lethal asset is his ball handling ability, and this is why I think Jamal Crawford is the Sixth Man of the Year. Not only does Jamal Crawford have a complete game, he brings more to the table than J.R. Smith. In my opinion, J.R. Smith is a one-way player. He can play the offensive end, but hasn't really shown his potential on the defensive end. Sort of like Carmelo Anthony, but Carmelo's a little different. Jamal Crawford can play the defensive end, averaging a steal, and so does J.R. Smith, averaging a steal. But Jamal Crawford plays defense way better because he's been on many different teams that have had defensive mindsets. So in my opinion, Jamal Crawford's veteran wisdom has made him the Sixth Man of the Year. Okay, this basically concludes why I believe Jamal Crawford is the Sixth Man of the Year over J.R. Smith. He has offensive consistency, defensive consistency, he has the playmaking ability, he can shoot the ball at a consistent rate every night without having to warm up. It's just there because he's that good. And I also believe that his ball handling ability is out of this world. Jamal Crawford, I believe, is a better two-way player, and he brings veteran leadership to your locker room. J.R. Smith has not learned that yet. I still think he's learning how to become a vet, still learning how to lead the team, and still learning how to make certain decisions. So this is the reason why I believe Jamal Crawford is the Sixth Man of the Year. So, have a question? Thank you guys for watching. If you have a question, then you may message us at our Facebook page, which will be in the description or an annotation. You can also hit me up, K1W, at Twitter, which will be either a link in the description or an annotation as well. And I will catch you guys later. Have a great day.